Hello everyone, this is your weather on the fly outlook and discussion for Thursday, March 27, 2025. Update concerning convective outlook days 1 to 3. For today, there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across the lower Missouri and mid-Mississippi Valley region and South Texas. Complex, slow-moving upper trough will eject across northern Mexico toward deep South Texas by the end of the period. Strongest mid-level flow will translate through the base of the trough, south of the international border into the lower valley of Texas by early evening. Low-level jet will remain focused across South Texas, and multiple rounds of deep convection are expected during the period. Adequately buoyant and modestly steep lapse rate environment favors robust updrafts, as deep layer shear will support storm organization. Hail and wind appear to be the main threats with this activity, though a brief tornado or two cannot be ruled out. Across the lower Missouri and mid-Mississippi valleys, latest model guidance suggests inhibition will weaken such that isolated thunderstorms may try to initiate by late afternoon and early evening. Wind profiles will favor organized updrafts and potential supercell development, posing a primary threat for isolated to scattered large hail and localized severe gusts, with a brief tornado or two also possible. For Friday, there is a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of the Missouri Valley and into the upper Great Lakes, and from the eastern half of Texas to the lower Mississippi Valley area. A slow-moving southern stream shortwave trough will continue shifting across the southern plains Friday toward the lower Mississippi Valley. Farther north, a series of vorticity maxima will move east-northeastward across the north-central U.S. within background west-southwesterly northern stream flow. At the surface, a low initially over the northern plains is forecast to move eastward along a surface warm front, reaching the upper Mississippi Valley by evening, and then continuing across the Great Lakes through the end of the period. As the upper trough moves slowly eastward across Texas through the day, heating beneath the cool air aloft will result in moderate destabilization. As such, ongoing convection early in the period will likely increase during the afternoon, particularly in areas relatively undisturbed by prior convection and cloud cover. While mid-level flow will remain somewhat modest, low-level flow veering and increasing with height will provide ample shear for organized storms and occasional rotation, along with potential for large hail and damaging winds locally. With a few of the strongest storms, a tornado or two will also be possible. Once locations of more concentrated afternoon and evening storms can be identified in future outlooks, an upgrade to a slight risk may be required. Late afternoon and evening thunderstorms are forecast to evolve in the vicinity of a baroclinic zone stretching from Nebraska to the upper Great Lakes, as modest air mass destabilization occurs. With ample mid-level flow aloft supporting organized storms, hail, and locally damaging gusts will be possible, with a couple of the stronger storms over the mid-Missouri Valley area. Farther east, ahead of the low, most of the convection will be elevated north of the warm front, with hail possible with stronger storms into the overnight hours. For Saturday, there is a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms from portions of Oklahoma to parts of Iowa and Illinois. Substantial uncertainty exists regarding the forecast for Saturday across the central U.S., with models exhibiting notable differences with respect to evolution of the surface pattern. Additionally, the NOAA in particular maintains strong capping across the warm sector, which will likely hinder convective development for much of the period, and potentially limiting convective to being primarily elevated and nocturnal. At this time, it appears that a corridor for initial storm development will be over the eastern Kansas vicinity, as a cold front moves across the area trailing from a frontal wave and low shifting eastward across roughly the Kansas City area during the evening. Convection may evolve mainly to the cool side of this boundary, as a strong south-southwesterly low-level jet develops, though a few at least nearly surface-based storms are expected. Though mid-level flow will not be particularly strong, shear will be sufficient for a few stronger storms to evolve, aided by steep lapse rates aloft. Large hail will likely be the primary risk, though a strong gust or two may also occur. Expect adjustments to the risk area and/or risk level, as greater certainty evolves with time in this complex scenario. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe for the latest Storm Prediction Center outlooks.